Cardinal Lucius. The mere mention of his name made men shiver and fall silent. Although it was never mentioned openly, rumor had it he pursued his interests with merciless rigor. Is this why the Emperor gave him command of the crusade? Or had Lucius acquired his powers by more sinister means? While the whole world was wondering what the Cardinal was planning, he was already thinking of building a harbor from which the massive army would soon set sail for the Orient to seize the Promised Land.
I bestow on you the honor of building a harbor for my Crusader army. The fleet will set sail from there, and with God's blessing, will vanquish the faithless enemy.
The kingdom of heaven is only a few coins away.
But my lord, you only have me to thank that the preparations have run so smoothly up to now. Allow me, your loyal servant, to take care of everything from now on.
So be it, in the name of God. From now on, I am making you personally responsible for everything for this. Make sure that the fleet is soon ready to go.
You heard the Cardinal. I have the say here. But don't worry. There will be enough menial tasks I can entrust you with. What are you standing around here for? Why don't you build a warehouse where we can store the goods to build the harbor?
The Emperor talked incessantly about friendly relations with the Orient. And now we're going into war against the Saracens. This is indeed curious. This crusade is such a cross to bear. If I now have to set aside men and materials for forecasts, it'll throw... I am also duty-bound to supply forecasts with huge deliveries of goods. Why don't you hew...
The preparations for the crusade have been very successful, but my band of knights is larger than I had ever imagined. I need linen garments. They should all have new clothing before we set off. Our departure for the Promised Land is imminent. Everyone must contribute and help with the preparations.
Crusade? Pah! I know enough peaceful ways of converting the unbelievers. with good food and a hearty draught. But then again, who asks my opinion? Just a little something for the journey, and we'll get going.
The kingdom of heaven is only a few coins away.
You'd better hurry up, or do I have to report your incompetence to the Cardinal?
Praise the Lord! Have you finally brought me the linen garments? This clothing is wonderful, thank you so much. The knights will wear them with honor. Dear God, so many knights want to accompany me to the Promised Land. I must build more ships immediately. I beg you, help me with this important quest.
Wait a minute, otherwise I'm likely to break my neck on the way back down. I bought your delivery. Huh. What won't we do in the name of brotherly love?
Marvelous. Do you think you could sell me the surplus from the stone production for my cathedral? Only once the harbour is completed, of course. Still have a few crates of tools in storage. Do come.
Will you submit to God's will? God bless you. Now I can build more ships. I would like to thank you appropriately. I am to lead the vanguard of the Crusader army. Me! I pray to God daily that he may strengthen me for this momentous quest.
Marvelous. Extracting iron ore is the first important stage in iron production. The charcoal burner has started work already. Marvelous.
Crusade?
The way Forecast treats us all is scandalous. Practically all of my ships have been requisitioned. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Superb. One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
Wonderful. I see your iron smelter is completed.
Very well. I'll set off immediately. Crusade?
Don't start sniffing around here. You would only overtax your simple little mind with matters far too complex for you to understand. Don't start sniffing around. You've done it at last. Great. Perhaps we can finally start building the actual harbor now?
Here. take your goods. I just have to get my breath back.
Orcas's mood darkens with every minute the harbour construction is delayed. Better commission a ship to move goods from one place.
It is done. The Crusader ship is finished. May God protect this ship and bless all those who are prepared to fight for the true faith.
You produce ropes for shipbuilding. And wood. The only thing missing now is the shipyard. Here, there's enough space for it on the coast of your island.
If a harbour is to be suitable for a Crusader army, it must have a harbour master's office. Well, what are you waiting for? An engraved invitation?
So, you're working on the first tools. That's wonderful.
Don't start sniffing around.
I am also duty-bound to supply...
One of your plants has stopped producing goods. One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
First ship can soon be launched.
I am to lead the vanguard.
Ship?
What a magnificent ship. And always a good few inches of water on. If you don't mind my saying, I would recommend setting up a trading route for the stone transport. With all the quests Forecast has entrusted you with, you must have more important things on your mind.
You'd better hurry up. Or do I have to report your incompetence to the card?
So, the captain has received his instructions. Wonderful. Now you can concentrate fully on your more important quests.
Well, this dive doesn't look particularly inviting. But it will have to do for the knights. Good things come to those who wait. I'd better view the building to assure myself personally that everything is shipshape. While you have been taking ages to build the Harbour Master's office, I have been gathering supplies. But this warehouse is much too small. It must be upgraded immediately.
It is done. The Crusader ship is finished. May God protect this ship and bless all those who are prepared to fight for the true faith.
How is that warehouse upgrade progressing? Do I have to say everything twice? Don't start sniffing around here. You would only overtax your simple little mind with matters far too complex for you to understand.
Did you notice how secretively Guy Fawcett was behaving? I get this. This crusade is such a cross. Is it true? Have you brought the stone for the Imperial Cathedral? Thank you so much. If you can spare any more stone, I'll happily take it off your hands. The way Fawcett treats us all is scandalous. Practically all. The way Fawcett treats us all is scandalous. Is it true? Have you brought the stone for the Imperial Cathedral? Thank you so much. If you can spare any more stone, I'll happily take it off your hands. Feel free to come and have a look around. Marvelous!
How is that warehouse upgrade progressing? Do I have to say everything twice? What? You call that an expansion? The storerooms are hardly bigger than before. This is totally We need storehouses to store the goods. You can see the size of my Crusader army and the amount of supplies needed. Get a move on. Don't start sniffing around.
I am also duty-bound to supply. Did you notice how secretive they go?
I am to lead the vanguard of the Crusade.
You'd better hurry up. Madame d'Artois will survey the location in the Orient and will be to path for me. I shall follow on later with the main.
I am to lead the vanguard.
Don't start sniffing.
One of your plants has stopped.
There you are. I knew you could do it. At last, I can store provisions and equipment here. You say the harbour is completed? I'd better see this for myself. Hoist the sails.
Yes, you could learn a great
The
deal
harbour
about
construction could certainly have been completed much more quickly. Well, We still have much to do. From now on, you will help me with the rest of the preparations.
The mast goes here. The sails
I
go
have
there.
asked
It's
the best
easy.
armorers in the Empire to come to equip the Crusader army with new weapons. And I expect you to provide the iron required immediately.
It is done. The Crusader ship is finished.
Don't start sniffing around here.
Game saved.
It's incredible how many knights are prepared to take up arms for God and their fatherland. I immediately...
God be praised. You have completed the harbour. My captains are already under orders to assemble the vanguard of the Crusader fleet there.
The harbour has been extended, the Crusaders assembled. That's the way it's done. The Cardinal will reward me handsomely for my services. The harbour has been extended, the Crusade... Don't start sniffing around here. You would only overtake...
I am also duty-bound to supply for. I very much regret that I cannot sell you any more tools. I too must do my part for the crusade.
Our Lady Madame d'Artois had barely left the city when chaos descended. It's like purgatory. So many people fled, the houses abandoned. Take so many people have moved away since Madame d'Artois set off for the Orient. She'll be so disappointed if she returns to find her hometown empty. I beseech you, help me spare her this humiliation. The city has been deserted since Our Lady left. You need only go to the marketplace. It's as quiet as the grave.
One more sip for the road, then we must be off.
Your people are longing for company.
Some children seem to have vanished from Madame d'Artois' city. I imagine some of them wanted to join the Crusader army as squires and servants. And yet, the fleet has not yet set sail.
One of my ships was damaged during the crossing. A sign from God that all the ships must be ship-shape again before we set off for the Orient.
You do your best for the people of this town, and yet it seems to me that only the old and sick have returned. In the name of all that's holy, where are the children?
Heavens! I had completely forgotten.
The people are rampaging through the streets.
Surely this misery is not the will of
I've
God.
had enough. I'm not staying in your town a minute longer.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
It's time we launched a ship.
You see, most of them have left already. Oh, and merely because Madame d'Artois...
Don't start sniffing.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart for looking after our city. Also in the name of Our Lady, Madame d'Artois.
We need that repair crane. I won't set sail until all the ships in the Crusader fleet are seaworthy.
Don't start sniffing around here. Don't start sniffing around here. You would only overtax your simple little mind.
There is a lack of company in your settlement.
You have complied with God's wishes. Now all of these ships will be able to make the long voyage to the Orient in perfect condition.
Now that the harbour is completed, you should perhaps reconsider your transport routes and issue new orders to the captain.
News from the Cardinal. We are setting sail. I shall lead these ships eastward to shake the very foundations of this spurious faith. Don't worry, we will meet again soon. The angels have promised.
Keep your nose out of matters that don't concern you. What happens on board these ships is my business and mine alone. Do you hear? Don't start sniffing around here. Don't start Keep your nose out of matters that don't concern you. Urgently need those transport ships.
I very much regret that I cannot. I am also duty-bound to supply.
You have not been much help to me so far. I shall have to inform. I urgently need those transport ships.
Shipbuilding completed. Ship ready. Ship ready.
Ah, are you bringing me that iron at last? Or is this of purest quality? We don't want the knight's blades to break when they confront the enemy. You have not been much help to me so far. I shall have to... Don't start sniffing around here.
I very much regret that I... This crusade is such a... You must help me with this matter. Is it true? Have you brought... Thank you so much. If you can spare any more stuff... This crusade is such a... You must help me with this matter.
One of your plants has...
Is it true? Have you... Thank you so much. I very much regret that I...
You have not been much help to me. Don't start sniffing around. Don't start sniffing around here. You would only overtax your simple little...
I regularly acquire... A good deal is always a welcome change. Ah, good. I'd have no objection to a fair deal. Fabulous!
Production has been disrupted.
You don't need to worry about these ships anymore. I am now taking command. Good. Cardinal Lucius will be extremely pleased with my work.
Did you notice how secretively Guy Forecast was behaving? I get the strange feeling that there's something fishy about this crusade.
Aha! A toolmaker's workshop. Of course I'm right to assume that you built it to supply the Crusaders. In that case, I await your delivery. Don't start sniffing around. Keep your nose out of matters.
Decent clothing, good food. What more could one wish for?
Ship ready.
I very much regret that I cannot... This crusade is such a... You must help me with this matter. Is it true? Thank you so much. This crusade is such a... Is it true? Thank you so... This crusade is such a... Is it true? Thank you. Is it true? Have you... Thank you. Is it true? Thank you so much. Is it true? Thank you. Is it true? Thank you. Is it true? Have you... Thank you. You must help me with this. I'm relying on your help to build... I'm relying on your help. I'd be delighted to trade with you. I'm relying on your help to build the Imperial Cathedral. Splendid, splendid. Is it true? Have you... Thank you so much. The doors of my storehouses... Lovely. A good deal is... Lovely.
Your actions will attract the attention of some. Don't start sniffing around. You have not been much help. The harbour has been extended, the Crusaders assembled.
Production has been disrupted.
Have you finally brought those tools? Have you carried out the quest with great diligence? At last, we will soon set sail. Order everyone aboard. Cardinal Lucius will join us later when we are assembled at the border of the Oriental realm.
I've heard some worrying rumors about this crusade. These shoddily built ships. I dare not speak out loud. We must talk in private.
Hurry up and cast off! The bawling from those brats is utterly unbearable. They should be grateful that they are able to contribute to this crusade.